So we just keep it to 2 questions.
It's a feeling of like pinch me vibes, you know, like I've just seen this whole thing on telly, and as a lover of music myself, like in such a big way, I just can't believe that I'm like a part of it. Do you know what I mean? When you've watched something and just been like, now I'm doing it, I'm standing here, it's crazy. No, that was honestly a slip of the tongue. I have not thought about winning at all. I feel like it is such a big achievement for me to even be nominated, and that is enough for me. Who knows? But I'm not worried about it.
It means a lot because there's so many talented, gifted, wonderful artists there. People that are our friends, people that we love their music but don't know them. So just to be considered in such a rich music scene means a lot, and I'm very, very grateful for that.
In making this album, we didn't try and cater to any like populist tastes or anything like that. We didn't try to make it like an album that would appeal to anybody, or we didn't go for any lowest common denominator stuff. So it's just amazing to see that in this day and age you can still like follow your vision as a band and make something that's like, you know, you can kind of go as noisy and out there and extreme as you want, and like, you know, people are going to respect that and listen to it, you know.
I think particularly for like our generation, when we were growing up, she would have been a little bit older. To see somebody in the public eye who was completely fearless and completely and utterly unafraid to say what she thought and what she believed in such a kind of like restrictive, conservative, religious kind of atmosphere is completely and utterly kind of just inspirational.
Yeah, especially think of like the Ireland that she came up in. Like Ireland in the 80s was a far more conservative place than it is now, and I think she's like literally an inspiration to absolutely everybody. Like anybody that I know from all different walks of life, all different genres, all different age groups, like literally every single person in the country was just like, Sinead O'Connor is an absolute legend. Like,
I was in dance rehearsals for the shows this summer, and I was in a kind of church courtyard, and the angels shined on me and gave me a Mercury nom. Yeah, but I loved her. She was amazing, and I remember Nothing Compares to You being such a important song when I was a child, and asking my parents to play it all the time, and just that sheer raw emotion that she put into that song, and yeah, so.
I feel really grateful. Like I did, when I made the record, I said to myself, you know, I want to prove that I'm a musician. And like, it might be a weird thing for people to hear from an artist, but you always have this kind of imposter syndrome, especially like, you know, I'm a huge appreciator of music a lot longer than I've been making it. And working and sitting in the room with other artists that I appreciate, you know, I wanted to be able to say to myself that I have the credentials to be here. And, you know, that's what I set out to do with this record, and it's nice to actually see it come full circle almost.
It's just, because we've been through this before, and we're not a kind of overnight success band, we've always, when these things come along, it's always like it's a good way of getting in front of people. You know what I mean? It puts your name in a place where people read it and maybe find themselves try to listen to the music, and then you've got more people coming to the shows or buying the album or involved, and that ultimately for us, that's what we want. We've been building Young Fathers now for, you know, we've been together for over 20 years, so it's just good to, when these seals of approval allow other people in as a filter for people. You know what I mean?
And we wouldn't be speaking to us, asking us about our album if it wasn't for this, like, you know, nomination.
Some on my list are Quincy Jones is one. I would love to work with him. That's a dream. Like what? Hans Zimmer's on there. Would love to create something with him. Yeah, those are two to name a few. Al Green is another. And Peebles. Just some greats. I just want to be in the presence of greatness. Just be like, teach me what you know.